Judge orders liquidation of Dr. Phil's media empire, citing cover-up and destroyed text evidence. This report provides a deeper look into the ruling against television personality Dr. Phil McGraw, the accusations of misconduct, and the dramatic collapse of his short-lived venture, Merit Street Media. The judicial hammer liquidation ordered. In a severe rebuke, U.S. Bankruptcy Judge Scott W. Everett of the Northern District of Texas has converted the Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing of Merit Street Media, MSM Dr. Phil McGraw's post-daytime talk show media company to a Chapter 7 liquidation. The ruling effectively strips McGraw and his production company, Putesky Productions, of all control over MSM's remaining assets. Judge Everett's decision was not only based on the company's financial distress, but on the finding that the Chapter 11 filing was made in bad faith, calling the case an anomaly with no hope for rehabilitation. The multi-million-dollar cover-up allegations. Central to the judge's ruling were allegations of an orchestrated scheme to manipulate the bankruptcy process and a direct accusation of destroying crucial evidence. 1. Destruction of evidence and lack of candor. The deleted text. The judge explicitly cited evidence suggesting McGraw deleted an unflattering text message from his phone that directly contradicted his legal position. The text, provided by another party in discovery, revealed McGraw had promised a favored creditor, Jamie Ribman, that their $5 million investment was safe and they would be paid back regardless of the bankruptcy's outcome. Judicial criticism. Judge Everett stated that this action violated not only a discovery order but a broader principle that parties in a bankruptcy should not destroy evidence to help them in litigation. The judge stressed that candor to the court is critical. Preferential treatment. The text further supported the finding that McGraw was attempting to use the Chapter 11 process to pay his favored creditors while leaving others, like his former partners, out of the money. 2. The gangster move and the new company. The court found evidence suggesting the bankruptcy was not a true attempt to reorganize the company but a pretext to launch a separate, new venture. Envoy Media. Just one day before MSM filed for Chapter 11 protection, McGraw formed a new entity called Envoy Media. Creditors argued that the bankruptcy was a scheme to strip MSM of its key personnel, content, and assets and transfer them to the new, debt-free Envoy Media. Internal communications. Evidence presented by McGraw's former broadcast partner, Trinity Broadcasting Network, TBN, showed that McGraw had referred to his strategy as a gangster move intended to reduce TBN to a passive minority investor role. The judge interpreted this as a brazen attempt by McGraw to avoid financial obligations and sideline partners. The creditors and the collapsed deal. Merit Street Media's short life was marked by immediate financial and legal battles stemming from its central partnerships. Trinity Broadcasting Network, TBN, MSM's primary partner, TBN, was responsible for distribution and production infrastructure in a deal estimated to be worth $500 million. MSM sued TBN first, alleging sabotage and breach of contract for failing to deliver promised services. TBN countersued, accusing McGraw of a years-long fraudulent scheme and claiming that none of the promised 90-minute episodes of new content were ever produced. Professional Bull Riders, PBR. The PBR organization was a major creditor, claiming it was owed approximately $181 million in unpaid media rights fees. PBR abruptly pulled its content from the network just 5 months into the partnership due to missed payments, and was a key voice pushing for the Chapter 7 liquidation, arguing the initial Chapter 11 filing was in bad faith to avoid its immense debt. The consequences and defense. The Chapter 7 order means a trustee will immediately take over Merit Street Media. The assets will be sold off to ensure fair distribution to all creditors, with Judge Everett stating that the conversion was necessary because creditors can have faith that a trustee will be fair and impartial. In response, a spokesperson for McGraw's production company announced that they are reviewing all of our options regarding an appeal, which is likely, and vehemently denied the judge's findings. We take great exception to the court's improper assertions regarding the alleged destruction of evidence, which simply did not happen. The case now moves from a debtor-controlled reorganization to a court-controlled liquidation, where an independent trustee will be in charge of determining how much of the millions owed to creditors can be recovered from the failed media venture.